Hi, I'm Kirsty from Infinite Balance, and I'm just going to share with you some ideas about food planning. Hopefully, can help you a little bit, some tips and tricks. What I find helps my clients and helps me myself. So, I'm just going to share my PowerPoint with you. Um, my name is Kirsty. My business is Infinite Balance, it's all about fitness and well-being. My website, www.infinitebalance.co.uk. Please come along, find me, say hello, or email me, kirsty@infinitebalance.co.uk. It's always lovely when people come to say hello. Okay, so meal planning. A lot of people find it really quite stressful. But actually, meal planning is just asking the question once, what's for dinner, instead of every night, and then shopping and prepping every night and spending a lot more money than we need to. So we're going to think about selecting your dinners and recipes if needed, shopping and preparing those ingredients. And I'm just going to go through a few little tips and tricks. So meal planning is not a big, massive tabbed binder with a full month of meals. We go week to week, have a planner. You could do it on your computer and print it off and have it in your kitchen, or it could be written out. It's up to you. But it's at one time of the week when you sit down, plan out what you're going to have. And I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks for that planning. You don't have to have completely home cooked food. I mean, if your family like to have a takeaway or a pizza night or leftovers, then we'll plan it in for your meal plan. It is true, when it's done well, this will save you money, and I'll talk you through ways of doing that in this PowerPoint, in this workshop as well. It's not a lot of work, it is to start with, perhaps when you're starting to sit down and work out what works for you. But once you've got a bit of a plan in place, it is smooth sailing. You can change it around. It is flexible. You can revise it. You can customize it. You can change recipes up. It's certainly not set in stone. So if you grab a piece of paper and a pen, and then we'll do a little bit of working out here. So have a look at your calendar or your phone, and have a look at your week, and have a think about how many nights you'd want to make your dinner at home. On those nights, what do these meals need to do? Do they need to be quick? Is it everyone sit down at the table together? Have a little look and see what you need to do. And then if on your piece of paper, you just create a table, put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, put in your breakfast, lunch and dinner. And on the dinner, especially, say what those need to do. If it needs to be a quick meal, put a Q. If it could be a family dinner, maybe put an F. Make your own little key. I find this really helps. I've got 2 children who play a lot of sport. Sometimes it's more than one activity in an evening. So we work out which meals we sit down as a family for, which meals they need to have a quick, nutritious meal, other times when it needs to be leftovers, and it works around their activities. So here, my next point, and the nights there are activities, think about what's going to help you. Maybe slow cooker or batch cooking in the freezer, or the fridge. If you've got a busy day the following day, think about, could you have leftovers from the dinner for tomorrow's lunch? That can always help. And this is a bit more of a winter one, winter, autumn, early spring, but soup is brilliant for a lunch, for a quick dinner. If you haven't made soup before, I would highly recommend. It's a great way to get veggies and nourish your body. So hopefully you've got an idea of what your meals need to do for your week. And then you're going to have to start thinking about which meals and where to get those meals. A lot of the meals are just going to come from the staple ones that you usually have. But really good website, BBC Good Food. If you put in BBC Good Food Healthy, it'll come up with loads of ideas. Low calorie, high protein, family, batch cooking, slow cooking. You put it in and BBC Good Food have got it. Pinch of Nom also have some really great ideas. MyFitnessPal, you might also have cookbooks that you haven't opened for a while. That would be great to open them too, and you'll get some really good ideas. So we're not talking about doing new recipes all the time. So first of all, when you're choosing your meals, choose a couple of meals that are going to give you leftovers. They are the gift that keeps on giving. Cook the recipes you know. I would suggest when you first start food planning to only start with one new recipe a week, and then week by week you'll get more of a repertoire as you go along. But if you've got loads of new recipes to try, it gets a little bit too stressful, and then you'll work out which ones you love, your family love, and what really work for you. This one, pick the next one, number 3, pick recipes based on common ingredients. You will find when you go and look in your kitchen, which I'll urge you to do, to see what you have. You don't want to go and buy a whole new load of spices and condiments. You want to use what you have. So you're going to shop your home kitchen. So we're going to shop first at home without going anywhere and working out what you have and seeing if you could actually do much of your weekly food plan from what you have in the house. This is a money saving aspect of meal planning. And then finally, cook things you actually want to eat. Quite often people try new recipes and they're like, oh, that sounds nice. And then they're like, oh, I don't actually like chickpeas or beef or lentils. So cook things that you like. It's great to try something new, but only cook what you want to eat. Okay, going back to the shop in your kitchen. So once you've decided what you're having for the week, don't forget to have a look to see what you have at home on hand. It might turn out that you already have some of the items you need and you don't need to go and buy them. So before you finalise a shopping list and head to the supermarket, always double check what's already in the cupboards and the fridge. It will help you choose up foods that you have already, and it will help you from overbuying. Again, it's a money saving aspect of the meal planning. Okay, plan B. I have a plan B stuck inside a cupboard in my kitchen. So even those people who are very good at meal planning, there's always going to be a day that it goes wrong. And quite often the plan B for most people is takeaway, go and pick up a pizza, Chinese, whatever. So we want to have a backup plan. Identify your back pocket recipes. So these are usually the super simple recipes that you know off by heart, that come together quickly, and you have it in your house. So what I would do is make a list of your plan B exercises, plan B recipes, and pop it up in the kitchen so you've got them there when you need them. That is a really important solution. You can always pause me while you want to do that now. Okay, food planning is all about our health, nourishing our body, focusing on our whole foods, eating the rainbow, less processed, more plant-based foods. Focus on what makes you feel good nutrition, happy brain. We all know it, but we don't always follow it all the time. If you are looking at macronutrient breakdowns, up to 50% of your calorie intake of carbs, at least 20% protein, and the fats will happen. Some days it will be more, some days it will be less, depending of what you've had. If you've had eggs and smoked salmon one day, your fat is going to go high and be like, oh, but they're all healthy fats. Fats aren't something to be avoided. We're trying to keep it with those healthy fats. Okay, so let's plan our go-to meals. So when you now start planning your food for the week ahead, focus on your whole foods. Try and avoid the refined processed carbohydrates when you can. Go for wholemeal pasta, wholemeal bread, sweet potatoes. And you will start to find, if you are tracking your food, for example, using MyFitnessPal, that carbs are not only in the bread, the rice, the pasta, they're in our fruit and they're in our veg. They're everywhere, and carbs are good for us. We want to have carbs. They are our preferred energy source. So you want to have 50% of your calorific intake of carbs. So don't shy from your carbs, but we are going to be considered about which carbs we're having. Make it simple, don't make it too hard, and try and have a protein source in every meal if you can, supported by carbs and healthy fats. Okay, now on that meal plan you have in front of you, think of 3 to 5 different breakfasts. Try and have a protein source if you can, and then rotate it over 7 days. So, for example, my breakfast, I quite often have fat-free Greek yogurt and some fruit, or I might have a protein shake with some spinach in it, or some veg or some fruit. Eggs, I love eggs. I have them in lots of different ways, in omelettes, poached eggs, eggs and mushrooms, eggs and tomatoes. And so I would they're really my staple 3 breakfasts: my yogurt, my protein shake, or my eggs. So I would rotate them around the 7 days. So think about what your breakfast you have. We're going to try and keep away from having white bread in the morning. Having a wholemeal source or whole source will keep you going for longer. So your dinner, same again. Think of 3 to 5 different dinners with a protein source, and rotate over the 7 days. So you can have the leftovers, you can have the easy dinners as well. So we're keeping it really simple, 3 to 5, and then rotate them around. Your lunch might be a leftover from the night before. I've got some example meal plans that I give to my clients, and I've got a 2-week plan, and the day after is quite often a leftover day, just to keep it simple for the clients. Soup, maybe something from bulk cooking for your lunch. And then your snacks, try and have protein-based snacks when you can. Cookies, soup. Be aware of nuts, of how many you have. Nuts are great, but just know portion sizes. Okay, bulk cooking, slow cooker cooking. Absolutely my favourite. I cooked last week a chicken curry, a beef casserole. What else did I cook? I can't remember now, but I will do quite a lot in the slow cooker. A lentil and bean casserole as well. Lots of ideas here that you can do quite easily, freeze it up. Again, look in BBC Good Food and just put in batch food or slow cooker ideas. You get lots of ideas. So that is my quick roundup of meal planning. Have a look at your meal plan. Have a look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Work out which needs to be your quick meals, your slower meals, your go-to meals. It doesn't all need to be new recipes. Make it work for you. Try and have one new recipe a week if you can. And if you want to contact me with any of this, then message me, Kirsty at infinitebalance.co.uk. Thank you.